I review the grasping technique and how it can be utilized as the segue when you're doing body work. Because a lot of times we'll do a technique and we're thinking like, oh, I need to go to the elbow. And how do I get to the elbow? A lot of times you'll feel people jump here into there. And grasping is just a good segue. So I'm going to go through just grasping with two hands together and interlaced grasping, sitting and standing. So.
And hey guys, Lacouir here, owner of Y Massage Bodywork and Natural Fitness. I'm a movement specialist that offers holistic and traditional practices to heal, strengthen, and realign the spirit, body, and mind.
First of all, if you have a massage chair, that's great. Use the massage chair, but you don't really need it. You can just have a person sit. So first thing with grasping and working on, for example, the shoulder, you want to keep in mind that the shoulder moves in all these ranges, right? You got flexion of the shoulder, you got abduction of the shoulder, and you got adduction going across the body, okay? And then you have circumduction. So keep that in mind if you're working with clients that have shoulder issues or shoulder pain, or if they're just tight, you can use that to relax or to relax them. Now you got these holding positions. You have a position here where I'm got under the elbow and this hand is strapped over here, like so. Now this is comfortable. I have any manipulation here that I want to use. Okay, so that's one position you can use. Now the position where your hand is hand to hand and you're in a little closer. And I'm just like so, making her do the pop lock. So now we got this comfort here. So this is also a good one. You could use that same thing in any direction. This one's usually I use this one for the abduction across the body and the way. So like that. So, but the best thing about it all is that now the shoulder deltoid is nice and soft and relaxed. And so I can feel into the muscle what might be tight. I can even think we're going to hit some of the pressure points on the chest, on the lung points, or the pericardium points as well. I'm working in there, but for now, I'm just using a single hand grasping. These are just little nuances that you can evolve. So that's just grasping like so. Now, if you don't have a real strong grip, you don't have to do a lot of real strong grasping to try to get, the effect you're wanting out of one technique. You may have to change techniques to go deeper. But for here, just grasping like so. I'm just focusing on the shoulder to about the elbow, like so. Okay, so now that's with one hand that way. Now let's go back to that other position. I'm here. Now I'm here. So now I can focus a little bit more on grasping in this angle. Now, do you feel that difference from this here to this?
Yep.
So now my focus might be a little bit more on the anterior shoulder because the thumb is the strongest digit to work with. So now I might be working here. So you can, maybe I change the angle here because now it shortens this anterior delt in here. Or maybe I want it here. Maybe it needs to be a little stretch here. So I'll go about 45. The natural plane of the shoulder is that you feel where the person's scapula is, and the plane of that is where you want to work in first. Because if someone has an impingement or something going on, a really strong anterior rotation forward, you don't want to work outside of that plane, because now I'm actually outside of the plane. And she's got good range here, Val's got good range here, so she's not, in any pain. Are you in any discomfort? But some people, if they have shoulder issues, might have to deal with that. So stay in the plane of the scapula, okay? And I can work here. Like so. And really sometimes you're just loosening. You're trying to get the person to let go. You know, because sometimes people are not used to being supported like this, and they will still try to help you. And you're just trying to make them so comfortable. You know, you feel like you can relax in the arm. You see that there? So that's a big thing. We get really focused on the technique, but think about the positions first. Are they secure in the position? Okay. I can grasp a little bit. Be careful of pressing into those endangerment sites on the neck. So I can grasp a little bit there. Good. So then you have, recommend using a pad always. Always, always. Bring a pad with you when you're doing chair massage or a little chair. So now here, if I'm with now the positioning here, and you'll see I'll do it different when we're standing in two different ways. But here, I want her left arm is going to be on my left shoulder. So now I'm right in here. Okay, so just naturally. And you want to get close enough to the elbow, because if I'm out here, she has to keep her elbow straight. And see that? Go ahead, relax. See how her elbow just drops off. So she's kind of going, am I supposed to be dropping my elbow, or what's going on? Go in close enough. Don't be scared. Close enough. So now that feel a little bit more like you can relax a little more. So now she can relax a little bit. Now I got two hands. Now I can go stronger. Interlaced finger grasping. Nafa. And now I can begin to get a little deeper. And I can work right on out. Like so. Just grasping. Like so. I'll do it in just a moment. Grasping like so. You can grasp right on all the way out. And then you're into another position, which we'll talk about in another video when you start working into the lower elbow to the hand, and releasing that tension. Okay, so one more time. Get in close enough, nice positioning. Grasp. And if your hands are too small, you can still just work side by side and interlace your fingers as best possible, and use that vice grip. And working like so. Okay. And we'll talk about it in another video too, but you can work posterior scapular points while being in that position. Like here. And this is for you, Al. So you're here. So now you got all these points. You got 9, 11, 10. Or you can just, in that flow. So I might be working, and then I can just boom. Jump right in those points. Got scapula. So all that. Okay, that's just a little bit on some of the grasping. Okay, now this here, we're in this position. Now you can also work on a person standing. Good for athletes. If you're out on the basketball court, you're on a, maybe MMA fight, that sort of thing where they might need to stay standing and you need to work on. So that's where if it's a shoulder issue, we're just using the shoulder, for example. Another video we'll talk about grasping in different areas. But right now, so same thing, the one I showed you sitting is here. And that might be if I'm trying to work in the posterior muscles and get into here. Maybe they just need quick release because they got their arms up. Basketball, they're reaching up. That's why their deltoid muscles are so huge. Boxing, same thing. I can work like so. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to have Belle turn around. We're going to show right here. So now we can work into those muscles in this position. Like I was saying, you can work into all of these. You can get the hold of the scapula. You can manipulate the scapula. Ooh, got a little adjustment there on her shoulder. All right, so, and I'm just kneading, pressing here. I know we're talking about grasping here, but as I'm grasping, I am pressing with my palm into these points here, SI11, SI9, or 9 and 10. Here you can go out to 12 and 13 as well if you want. Or work right along the spine of the scapula, which is great points to work. Right up along here. I'm working in myself. Okay, again, grasping, kneading, just to kind of, after you dig in there, just to give some comfort. And work your way out. Okay, those are a few little tips with the grasping technique, 2-hand grasping, a little bit of 1-hand grasping.